Hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. This is Everything All the Time. Court McCowan is here.
Wow.
Hello, Court. How are you?
He threw it in after the title. I like
That noise you're hearing, is fireworks.
Is fireworks.
Where
Fireworks.
Court was last night, right under the barge.
Yeah, we went down to Marina Del Rey, and it was exciting, man. Went on my buddy's boat and went out.
This
and
is the one I wasn't invited on.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a lot of boats out there you weren't invited on.
How do you know I wasn't on one of them? But it's spectacular when you get that close to it.
Yeah, because it's funny because all these people are positioning in, and they have the harbor patrol, the police around this big barge where the fireworks, and they're kind of keeping everybody out. Mm-hmm. And we have this crazy boat driver, this guy, and we're on a 52-foot cigarette boat. So he just is motoring closer and closer.
Cigarette boat's a long streamline.
Yeah, and we just got up. We're literally 100 feet from the barge, and
great.
the things are going off, and it was a blast.
You know,
America.
It was a great day, a beautiful day. And I was up on Mulholland Drive.
Oh,
where you can see everything. It looked like Kabul. It was like just everywhere you looked, there were fireworks. I was going to tell you my favorite fireworks story. I used to put on a show out in the Midwest where we had like 40 kids, and it was on a farm and everything. Yeah. And as I was doing the safety demonstration, I caught myself on fire. Speaking of that, Juno has come close to Jupiter now. And on the 4th of July, we, for the first time, littered Jupiter. Because I guess they threw what do they call those things when the thing comes out?
Roman candle?
Yeah. They threw a Roman candle down on Jupiter. So on the 4th of July, we littered Jupiter.
Sounds about right.
By the way, Jupiter has got more litter from space junk around it than any planet. You know that?
No, I didn't. That's one of those. That's one of those bits of information.
We've got a great show today. I'm glad you had a good 4th.
I did.
See your fingers, you know.
Yeah, all 10.
Well, that's Danny Vegas does. Hands out here.
Well,
so they look bigger.
What's funny is like you talk about like when I was a kid, we used to go down to the lake in Oklahoma, and we used to go.
Same thing.
But fireworks were legal. You know, you could go buy the Roman candles. You bought the things, and
buy M80s.
You know, and your dad would stand there, and they're the ones that you could light, and those were the crappy ones. And then there's the ones your dad would light. But at the end of the day, I'm starting to realize more and more that my dad just liked blowing stuff up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't that it was a safety issue as much as it was he just wanted to blow stuff up, and it was kind of his day to do that. And really, just he was like, "Stand back, I got this."
I'm sure he's a good dad. He just liked to have fun with the kids. Let me tell you about the show today. We've got R.J. Bell, our favorite. It's hard to explain what R.J. does. He has pregame.com and puts out various odds and stuff. He's not a bookmaker, but he's going to come on and rage against the machine. Yeah, well, the NHL has finally got a team in Las Vegas, and I think Deadspin has come out and has really come out against this. And Deadspin, they got a lot of clout. Yeah, and he's got a right. He's got a right to be upset about what they said about Vegas and stuff. So I'm interested to hear his what he's got going on it. And he's not a bookie. I mean, the bookies are different. He's an information source, so he's coming on. And in a couple of minutes, Dr. Daniel Amen, our brain guy, who does this thing called Brain Warriors, who's got a lot of new technology, and he can even save your brain. I don't know, man, but if he could at least just like give it a boost, just anything, right? Just anything. Actually, he can now. He's got some sort of new system where he can get rid of depression. I know you suffer from debilitating depression. Just an hour a week. That's enough. That's enough. An hour here, right? Yeah. So the 4th of July is over, and I found a new show on Netflix. Yeah, you were telling me. It's called It's either Marcella or Marcella. Now, I tend to find these shows that I don't know what they're about. Right. Like, those are the fun ones. Right, if like you Preacher. You watch Preacher yet? Yeah, I haven't watched Preacher yet. You can get it on AMC.com. Preacher. It's in episode 5. We're just now finding out what it's about. Marcella, toss a coin. Toss a coin. Either she's a serial killer or she's a homicide detective. But it's great. I don't know where these people get the money to make these. I do know, but these Netflix movies, I don't want to sound like an idiot, but they're just as good as any movie.
100%.
Remember we had Mary McNamara on.
Yeah,
You
Mary
never know.
McNamara was talking about it, and it's because there's, it's an age where I was talking to a guy the other day who's one of the executive producers of Ray Donovan, and he was telling me that and he said, well, the numbers, the premiere numbers, and I was like, does anybody really watch something anymore like when it comes out? Because it's always
Even I don't.
I don't. I get it on the app. I
You
watch
sit
it
at
later.
home. You got to be home by 9 tonight.
No, that doesn't
No.
happen anymore. And then there's some shows that have come out. I watched Roadies, which I love Cameron Crowe. I love Cameron Crowe.
He's
but
the man.
He's so good. But
Mr. Although you never know, I'm going to stick with it.
I'll
only
give it.
because it's Cameron Crowe.
I'm going to give it I'll give it one more.
And
This
is
one
there
was
any
on-
show that J.J. Abrams isn't involved in.
There's
We're going to get him on. He's a friend of mine.
But there's a new show, the one A Night of, or something that came out on HBO.
We're
That's
well
supposed
prepared
to,
here.
That's supposed to be just unbelievable.
Well, there's so much good television now.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better when you got nothing to do and you live alone.
Yeah.
to binge watch
you
TV.
could really call me. I'll come hang out or something.
I know you will.
It's,
I know you will. Where are you playing this week?
I'll be at the Comedy Store this week.
By the way, even though he's not funny on here, he's a hell of a comedian.
I came last Friday night. I have
Guess
to
who
tell
he
you.
opened for?
Well, last Friday night I was at the Comedy Store, and one of the great things about the Comedy Store is that people come in all the time. You never know who's there. But this guy's been a regular there quite a bit over the last 8-9 months, and I was in there, and they go, because whenever you're done with your set, it's every 15 minutes is a new comedian.
Right.
So it just goes, it cycles, and it goes from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Sure.
So like 12:30, 12:45 on Friday night, I get done with my set, and I go, who am I bringing up? And I thought I knew who it was, but you always ask.
Right, sure.
And they go, oh, we have a special guest. And I said, who is it? And they go, well, so they hand me a piece of paper, and I bring up Dave Chappelle. And Dave Chappelle is so great.
And that's a guy you don't need to know anything about. You just say, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and I just said that, and he is so fun. And he'd had a couple. He'd had a couple in the back before he'd gotten up, and he was hysterical. And I have to tell you, the funniest thing he said is he said towards the end, and I won't say, go Dave Chappelle, too funny.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back. Dr. Daniel Amen will join us, and we're going to solve all your brain problems on segment 2. Back in a minute.